and gentlemen, what is going on? It is your boy Jay Brown with another Fray 5. I know it's been a while. It's been very hectic with everything going on in the world. Anyway, like I said in one of my last videos, not going to discuss any of that. Anyway, the topic of Fray 5 tonight. You know, sometimes I think about people who achieve the ultimate goal of being a world champion in wrestling. Then when that's all over, it's like they never see a spotlight again. So tonight is my top 5 wrestlers who were relegated to mid-card after losing the world title. Now this is only for full-time performers, so you won't see any part-timers, no Rock, no Goldberg, none of that. So for me, at number 5, I have Jack Swagger. A lot of people don't like to include the ECW championship as a world title, though, I mean the WWE version, but I do. So I'm not talking about that reign for Jack Swagger. I'm actually talking about the World Heavyweight Championship. So he won Money in the Bank and he cashed it in against Chris Jericho. How ironic is that? Inner circle. Anyway, so Jack Swagger, he cashed it in, became world champion. And you know what? He actually had the tools to be a decent world champion. I mean, he had a great match against Randy Orton in one of his first defenses. But after that, he was booked very badly. Like, he was by far one of the weakest booked world champions I've ever seen. And that is not his fault. That's not his fault at all, because I feel with his athleticism, they really could have did something with that. I mean, his title run was so bad that almost as soon as he lost it, it was clear that he was never going to see the world title picture again in the WWE. Now, unlike most of the people on this list, Jack Swagger actually got a rematch after he lost. So, anyway, he's still at number 5. Number 4, we have Chris Sabin. Now, Chris Sabin was the second ever wrestler to take advantage of Option C. Following Austin Aries, in which if you have the X Division Championship, you actually get to exchange it for a World Championship. Sabin did this, and he defeated Bully Ray to win his first and what will be till this day his only World Championship, at least that I know of. And the thing is, he only held it for a mere month, and then he dropped it back to Bully Ray after his first title defense. Since then, he was relegated back to the mid card, never to see the main event again. Not in TNA anyway. So yeah, that's another thing. You realize a dream and just comes crashing down. Number 3, Bray Wyatt. Now, for the longest, it's like Bray Wyatt should have won the belt long before he actually did, and it's around the time it felt like everybody just gave up on him. So then, out of nowhere, he wins the WWE Championship. I mean, I was happy for him, but his reign wasn't appreciated. He was more like a transitional holder for real, up until he dropped the title to Randy Orton at WrestleMania. And okay, not to be confused with the revamped gimmick of The Fiend and everything, but in that current gimmick, Bray Wyatt did not get another shot at the belt. He faced Randy Orton at the next pay-per-view. However, it wasn't for the title, and it was in some weird, strange house of horror. I don't even remember what it was called. Whatever it was. I hope they never have that match again. That was terrible. Anyway, so that was an unforgettable reign, and I'm not going to necessarily say he was relegated to mid-card, but he was definitely not in the world title picture until he revamped his image, which I'm glad he did. Anyway, number 2, Kofi Kingston. Now, some will say it's too early for me to say this, being that he just won and lost his title last year. But if you look at many other wrestling YouTube channels such as WrestleMania and WrestleHub and so forth, they reported that the creative have reported that they have no plans of ever putting Kofi Kingston in the title picture ever again. Now, personally, this pains me because I'm not going to say when he walked in the door, but pretty much a little bit after he walked into this company, I was a fan of Kofi Kingston from Jump Street, way before Kofi Mania ever started. And not only that, with this WWE Championship, he became a Grand Slam champion. Not only that, he was booked very strong when he was champion. Only thing is, he didn't draw the crowd like I guess someone else would. And he dropped it to Brock Lesnar in a not so popular way. I mean, I hope that changes, but yet and still, he was relegated back to the tag team division with virtually no mention of ever being WWE champion. But yet and still, I got my WrestleMania moment when he won that title. I will never forget that. So, then again, that's just me. Okay, you guys know that I be saying 5, right? But I always have one bonus, honorable mention, someone who just didn't make the cut. I always got one. And mine tonight is Dolph Ziggler. Now, I'm not entirely counting it. I'm not, in fact, not at all. Not counting his first World Championship win. But yet and still, that's the one which is what he won. Then he was relegated back to mid-card. Reason why he didn't make the main list was because I don't count that win. I counted his second one, which the same thing kind of happened, but he actually got a rematch, just like Swagger did. Yet and still, Dolph never stayed on the main event picture at all. It's like when he gets there, he loses, boom, he drops every time. That's why I don't see him winning that level again. I mean, if he does, okay, but maybe not in WWE. Number 1, Ron Simmons, the first ever WCW World Heavyweight Championship of African American descent. And some would say that the first ever African American world champion in wrestling. Some claims disputed that, but for now we're going to say that is. Anyway, so Ron Simmons won a raffle to face Vader after Sting got hurt. He defeated Vader, became the world champ, and had a very decent run actually for 5 months. He held the title. Of course, after that 5 months, he dropped the title back to Vader and relegated back to the mid-card, and he would never see anything of a world championship ever again for the rest of his career, as far as I'm concerned. So these are my top 5 or 6 of world champions that were relegated to lower status. If I have any I forgot, or you could tell me any more, let me know. Either comment, click like, subscribe, hit this. If you hit dislike, tell me why. I mean, I get dislikes all the time. I just want to know, quality of video, content, whatever. Anyway, just talk to me. Look, man, Y'all stay safe out there, alright? I'm just saying, like I said, not going to bring any situation to this show, but between the state of the world in all aspects, stay safe. Love y'all. Good night.